Hello, good morning and welcome to the Dutchin channel. It's Saturday the 23rd of March 2024. It's coming round to 10:45 in the morning and we're going to do the selections for tonight's Twilight card at Newcastle beginning at 4:55. 6 go to post in our first race and we're going to go on to our spreadsheet, and our top selection for the first will be the Crafty Master. So what we'll do, we're going to use the prices today from Matchbook on the exchange, and our first selection, the Crafty Master, is currently 3.95 at Matchbook. So stakes here of £25.32 would return us £100, and the second selection is Real Terms, and Real Terms is 6.8 and stakes of £14.71 would return us £100. Our third selection is Have You Missed Me, and Have You Missed Me is the favourite here at 2.8, so just over 7 to 4. So our first two selections, we had laid out £40 and 2p. It means we've got £9.98 maximum to stake on our third selection, which was Have You Missed Me. So that's a £50 stake there. £9.98. We want to times this by the SP of 2.8, and this means a return of £27.94 if Have You Missed Me was the win, and they lost there of around £23. So it's better to get something back than nothing, but we do have two running for us, the Crafty Master and Real Terms. Either one of those two would return us £100. Then moving into the second race, there's 7 on the card tonight. The 5:30, we've got 6 going to post here, and in our second race, our number 1 selection is Bobby Shafto. So we'll go into Matchbook, and again, sorry, in the first race there, I forgot to tell you that the over round 103.95 needs to come down 2.5%. The second race is 102.09, so if you can lose 0.5% there, it's bettable. So Bobby Shafto, that is currently trading at 4.1, so stakes of £24.39 to return £100. Our second selection is Ebony Moore, and Ebony Moore is the outsider, or one of the outsiders. That's at 26, and stakes of £3.85 will return £100. Our third selection is Eloped, and Eloped is third in at 4.2. And we'll just see what the stakes were for the first two added together. They were 28.24. And that left £21.76, and that will be our maximum stake on our third selection. So £50 staked. We're going to look at Eloped, £21.76 we've got on this one, and we'll times that by 4.2 SP at Matchbook, and that returns us £91.39, so still a £40 profit on our third selection. And we've got Bobby Shafto and Ebony Moore both running for us, one of those to return £100. And as I say, Elope £91.39, so we've got 3 against the field there. And then moving into the 6 o'clock, we've got 10 go to post here, no non-runners as yet. And our top selection here will be Russian Virtue. Russian Virtue into Matchbook, 6 o'clock. The over round 104.24, so 3% over. And Russian Virtue currently trading at 10. Stakes of £10 would return £100. Our second selection is Armoured, and Armoured is currently trading at 8.4 on Matchbook. Stakes there of £11.90 would return £100. And our third selection, Prince Akil. Prince Akil is currently favourite at 4.9. Stakes here of £20.41 would return £100. And stakes so far for us are £42.31. We've got £7.69 to play. And the full selection we've got is Humble Spark. And Humble Spark, that's trading at 12. So our maximum stake that we could have on this is £7.69. Delete the rest, and that will give us £50 stakes. So we're going to go back into Humble Spark. £7.69 will be the stake, and 12 will be the price, and that gives us a £92.28 return, which isn't bad for a full selection. And that means we've got Russian Virtue, Armoured and Prince Akil all running for a return of £100, and Humble Spark £92.28. So we've got 4 against the field there, which again isn't bad. Then we're going to move into the next race at Newcastle, which is the 6:30, and you can see from this there's a couple of horses that are unraced. So without ratings, I can't do the form in the 6:30, so that is a no betting race. Moving on, 7 o'clock, another small field here at Newcastle. Only 5 go to post for this one. And our top selection here will be Ziggy's Missile. So back into Matchbook, and you can see there 103.71 over round. That needs to come down at least 2%. And Ziggy's Missile is currently trading at 1.47. So a maximum stake of 50, that's all we can lay out every race. So even though that's odds on and won't bring us £100 back, it's the only bet we can have. So in the 7 o'clock we got Ziggy's Missile. Then we're going down to the penultimate race, yeah. The 7:30. 6 go to post here, no non-runners. And into my sheet, our top selection here is Filly 1. So we'll go back into Matchbook, into their second to last race as well. And Filly 1 is trading at 3.25. The over round is 104.56, need to come down at least 3%. So 3.25 SP for Filly 1. Stakes of £30.77 would return £100. And our second selection is Siobhan Brogan. Siobhan Brogan is the favourite, and this is 2.56, bit bigger than 6-4. We can't have that much on. We can only have £19.23 to bring our stakes to £50. So we're going to do Siobhan Brogan, £19.23 times the stake of 256. Means we'll return £49.22. So basically our money back if the favourite was to win, and we would return £100 on Filly 1, and that is second favourite if that wins. So back into the racing post for the last time. and into the 8 o'clock. One of the best races of the evening, I suppose, there, with 10 runners all going to post. And it's our 37th race on the day. There is a few no betting races. And our top selection for the 8 o'clock will be Moon Flight. So we're going to come into Matchbook for the final time today as well. 8 o'clock, and Moon Flight is the favourite here. Currently trading on Matchbook at 4.3. This would require stakes of £23.26 to return £100. Our second selection, Benito Cavallo. Benito Cavallo, third in there at 5.9. And this would require stakes of £16.95 to return £100. And our third selection is Castan. Castan currently is 9.6. And we'll just add the first two up to see if we've got enough money to put on that. And we've got £9.80 left, so slightly lower than what they're asking for. So those three there would be our £50 stakes. And Castan there would be £9.80 stake. We would times that by the SP on Matchbook of 9.6. That would return us £94 if Castan was to win, which would be a nice profit on the stake of 50. And Moonflight and Benito Cavallo, one of those two win, would be a return of £100. So we're going back now to do a recap into the first race at Newcastle. The Crafty Master, real terms, one of those two will return £100, and Have You Missed Me will return the lesser amount. Into the 5:30 at Newcastle, Bobby Shafto, Ebony Moore, one of those two will return £100, and the lower amount on Eloped. The 6 o'clock at Newcastle, Russian Virtue, Amord, and Prince Akil, one of those three would return £100, and Humble Spark, the lower amount. Into the 6:30 at Newcastle, this would be a no betting race. Then the 7 o'clock Newcastle, just one selection here, Ziggy's Missile, the odds on favourite. Into the 7:30 at Newcastle, we got Philly One that would return us £100, and Siobhan Brogan would be the lesser amount. And the final race of the day, the 8 o'clock Newcastle, we've got Moonflight and Benito Cavallo. One of those two would return £100, and Castan would be the lower amount. So I hope you have lots of winners at Newcastle this evening, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.